Welcome to week 47, 2025. The trading year is winding down. We have a big week for you this week. Biggest thing we have to contend with is the U.S. government has reopened for business. That means we've got NFP live Thursday morning. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, Wednesday, FOMC minutes. We're going to talk about Fed policy. All of a sudden, those interest rate cuts don't look like they're coming for December. A lot of impact on the market. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to look at Bitcoin, NVIDIA, and also the silver markets. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So with Bitcoin, sort of an interesting type of a technical environment here. We've shifted from being in an incredibly bullish market environment to bearish. All of a sudden, the 50 simple moving average has crossed the 200 moving average, and that means what? The death cross is officially formed. It means a lot of institutional traders are thinking about a bearish bias. We're seeing a lot of profit taking, lower traded volumes in Bitcoin. It's going to be one to watch as we move further into the trading year. You can see that this death cross set up a couple of days back last week on the 16th of November. So there's your crossover. That suggests a bearish bias. Now, as far as what else we can really do to try to trade Bitcoin, you can see we've got our monthly Fibonacci retracement sequence here. You got a nice spike low to a nice spike high, really a big robust range from 74 up to 126. And now we've really freight trained through 38%. We've taken out 62%. That is not a good sign if you're a Bitcoin bull. Personally, I like the long side of this market, but it may not be time to dive in just yet. Macro, really robust support down there at about 85,276, 87.50, somewhere in that zone. Could be very, very good to step up and maybe bid this market. Okay, so that's a good look at Bitcoin. NVIDIA. Now, NVIDIA is definitely going to be one of the stocks everybody's talking about this week. Wednesday, you're going to get an earnings report. Let's just get a quick look at what we're going to expect. We're looking at about $1.25 per share. That's what our top line's EPS. That's what we're looking at there. But also our revenue estimates, we're looking for about 54.8 billion, somewhere in that zone. So we're looking for maybe some surprises here out of NVIDIA. One thing that we talked about on the live stream the week ahead to open up this trading week was the expectations are very, very high for NVIDIA. How long before these expectations are no longer met and maybe the bull market corrects or maybe we continue higher? We're going to find out more on Wednesday. That's when your big earnings report is. Now, as far as what can we really do trading wise? Well, if you're going to buy NVIDIA and really take a buy and hold investing approach, probably going to want to wait for some good trade locations. So right this minute, we've got, we're off about almost 8% on the month. I'm looking for a deeper pullback, something right down around maybe 165-ish. And that could really develop early, a little bit later this week. We're at 185 now. Those earnings could really drive price our way. And if that does happen, then that area between 160 and 165 is a pretty good zone, potentially to take a shot at a long. We're technically bullish as long as we're above that 164, 165 level. That means we're still technically bullish in the monthly trend. The monthly bullish trend is still very much in effect. Silver. Now we're going to do a little hands-on work here with silver. Been an absolute incredible bull market all the way through 2025. Silver and gold has really been where it's at, and you can't argue with anybody that's bought metals and held them. That being said, we've seen a bit of a pullback in silver, but now it looks like the bulls are back in control. The key level for this market is 50. So we see bidders defend 50 really religiously. So I'm watching 50 closely, sort of like we were watching 100,000 in Bitcoin. Once 50 goes, then maybe the downside will be the way that this market progresses. As for right this minute, you're still using your Fibonacci retracements. You can see that you're still very, very much in bullish territory. 38% on that monthly range is down there right around 44, somewhere in that zone, 44.50. So watching this closely, I'm not really too blown away thus far by November's price action in silver, but definitely there are some headwinds there that maybe the game's changing a bit. Remember, we're almost looking at a 60-40 opportunity potentially for the Fed to hold rates where they're at in December. That's a surprise. That's sort of been a drag on these metals markets as of about the last week or so. So definitely a pullback area there potentially to target in silver. But all in all, it's set up to be really an active week in the metals markets, in the crypto markets, and for NVIDIA. Be sure to check out our daily live streams. We've got NFP live on Thursday. We've also got Trading the FOMC Minutes, one of our more popular streams on Wednesday afternoon. So go ahead, check out that Switch Markets channel on YouTube if you need to know exactly when these news items and these live events are going to drop. Check out our newsletter. It's all right there for you. Okay, that's it. I'm Shane Vernier, head trading coach over at How to Trade. We're working with Switch Markets now to make you the best trader that you could possibly be and bring you as much value as we possibly can. We'll go ahead. We'll see you at our next live stream. Trade the action well.